Some lives look ordinary from the outside. No headlines, no celebrations, no great success story at the end. Just a quiet life that carried more weight than most people could imagine. This is the story of a man named John, a man who tried his entire life and still died with nothing. John was 15 years old when his childhood ended. Not slowly, not gently, but all at once. He lived in a small, dusty town where life moved at a slow rhythm. The houses were simple, the roads were uneven, and most people survived one day at a time. But inside John's home, there was love. His father, Caleb, was a mechanic who worked in a tiny roadside workshop. His hands were always stained with oil, and his clothes smelled like diesel. Yet every evening he returned home smiling, greeting John with a tired but warm voice. His mother, Louise, sold vegetables in the market. John remembered the sound of her grinding pepper in the early mornings. It was the sound of home. They were poor, but John never felt poor because he was surrounded by two people who made the world feel safe. Until one Tuesday afternoon, when everything changed. That morning, his parents had traveled together to another town to buy goods for the market, something they had done many times before. But the bus they were on never reached its destination. There was an accident on the highway, metal crushing into metal, glass breaking, people screaming. By the time John walked home from school that afternoon, the compound was already full of people. Neighbors stood quietly outside. Some avoided looking at him. Others looked at him with pity. His aunt rushed forward the moment she saw him. John, her voice was shaking. He stepped into the compound, and then he saw them. Two bodies, covered in white cloth, lying side by side on the ground. At 15 years old, John lost both of his parents. On the same day, in the same moment. And in that moment, childhood disappeared from his life forever. After the funeral, John moved into his uncle's house. Uncle John, his namesake, already had 5 children. Life there was crowded. Food was stretched thin,